Hello, you wonderful people, and welcome to another Bring It Back. This being a show where I talk about TV shows that were canceled and or short-lived that I would like to see get brought back in some shape or form. For today's episode, I'm going to talk about the Netflix series Cowboy Bebop. Now, really quickly, if you're unfamiliar with Cowboy Bebop is, it is this science-fictional kind of neo-noir series where you basically follow this guy, Spike Spiegel, who works as kind of like a bounty hunter, specifically, they're referred to as cowboys. He works with his partner Jet Black as they like kind of go on shenanigan field adventures. It's a very serious show, but they go and try and collect bounties and make a living off of it. Obviously, they cross paths with a sometimes friend, sometimes adversary / rival, Faye Valentine. And just kind of like like I said, brought up. It's a science fictional series that takes place mainly in space, and there's a lot of futuristic elements. I don't remember a lot of the world building reasons why everything is in the state that is in, like Earth, as well as why a lot of stuff is migrated to space. It's been a while, so I don't know the ins and outs of it. Plus, like the Netflix series didn't really dive into that stuff. Maybe they would have later on, but nevertheless. The series is really interesting because it's designed to be mainly like a, hey, this is a very episodical type of show where a lot of it is just like, oh, let's go after these bounties and be character-driven and developing stories. But there is also an overarching plot when it revolves around Spike's past in particular. So it's a really good... I really enjoy the series. Sadly, it was canceled after one season. It got canceled actually a couple weeks ago. It was like almost like maybe about a month after it dropped. It's a combination of many different things. If you're unaware, maybe you watched a Netflix series because it's like, right, you've never watched the anime before, because it is in fact based on an anime series, and that in itself is kind of plays into some of the reason why the show sadly got canceled. It's a combination of people who are fans of the anime not enjoying it, while other people being like, no, it's a good adaptation, while others are like, no, it's too close of an adaptation. Then there's like the middling reviews where like some people didn't like it, some people really did. And just also the biggest contributor when it comes to Netflix, not enough people watched it, sadly. So I think all that, plus it being kind of an expensive show too, all that kind of culminated in this, which is kind of a bummer because I really enjoyed it. Because I also talked about it when I was reviewing it. I remember bits and pieces of Cowboy Bebop, the anime. I don't remember, like, I have not seen the entirety of this series since I was a little kid, like when it originally came out. I don't think I might have ever even seen the entire series, maybe. I don't know. But when I was watching the live action adaptation, like, I remember bits and pieces, but a lot of that, some of it seemed familiar, while other stuff seemed completely like, no, like, I don't remember that at all. So I think I had the benefit of kind of watching it with fresher eyes than maybe most people, because I think most people who watch it are just fans of the original anime. So it's always that complication when it comes to adapting something from an anime genre to the live action genre, just live action wise, just because translating that, which I think they did a really good job capturing all of that. I love the cast. I think they all did a fantastic job. I thought it was fun. I thought it was, once again, I did also, like I said, it was almost like watching it for the first time while having some peaks and I think I remember that. Did they change that? And that's the thing, like, I'd have to go back and rewatch the anime to really know what was different and what was the same, which that's the complicated thing about this. Like, sadly, the show was canceled, but there is the original anime, but I don't know how much because I think the live action could have been its own thing too, because I know there were some things that were different. There's certain story points that I'm like, I don't think that was, I won't spoil it for anyone that decides like they are going to go back and watch it, but there's certain story points I'm like, I don't remember that being a development. Maybe it wasn't, it's just been so long. So I think the anime did its own thing in certain regards, but it was too closely tied in others. But still, I thought it was just kind of like this nice romp, and and I thought it did a really good job capturing the series, at least from what I remembered of the series. But yeah, I mean, once again, it is on Netflix. Netflix is not likely to change its mind, because usually if something gets canceled on another network, it might end up on a streaming service like Netflix. But this being a Netflix series, that seems super unlikely, which is a bummer, because I really enjoyed this and I would have loved to see what they did with season 2, because obviously for what I remember of the series, I know at least some of the plot points. At the very least, I definitely remember how the series ended. So like I said, there's definitely no future there. I doubt anyone's going to pick it up. I doubt Netflix will change their mind, but at the very least, there is still the anime. If you were someone that's like, right, you never watched anime and all you ever watched was a live adaptation, at least you can still get the entirety of the story. Because I feel like the show would probably only need one more season, because like the original anime is not long. It's only like, what, 24, 26 episodes, and I'd say like probably another season maybe. I mean, I'm sure depending on how much story when they want to tell, like whether they wanted to inject a lot more or change certain things and stretch certain things out. But I'd assume like you would only need one more season to tell the entirety of Cowboy Bebop's story. But like it's, you know, so at the very least, I would want it to have at least one more season, because I think you could wrap everything up. But once again, that could be my memory not remembering everything that went down in the story. So it's probably like, no, you probably need a little bit more. Or like I said, depending on whether they stretch stuff out, shorten other things. You know, but really that's all I want to talk about. Till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and good